to DS Podcast, the brand new podcast channel hosted by myself, David Summerfield, and it's a very special one today. Not because you're here, Jacob. But
What can I say?
But it is the first one that we have recorded in DS Podcast, so it's a very special day. Very happy to be here. And I couldn't agree with a better situation to have than Jacob King here with me. And for those who don't know, Jacob is actually my nephew. You might not look like your average nephew when you're my age, but he is my nephew.
Average nephew.
But he is my nephew. But me and Jacob have done a lot of things together. We've got both similar interests. We both like football, both into theatre and film, and this is why we've got the podcast today, because Jacob is a current uni student studying film production, isn't it?
Yeah, film production
at Portsmouth Uni, and we're going to be talking a bit about that today. He's also been part of shows that I've been involved with Showdown Theatre Arts. We've both been on stage together, which is brilliant. He's bullied me on stage.
Literally. That's very true, very true. Yeah.
We performed in Loserville, and there's this guy called Nick Henman, isn't it?
Oh, but he's 6'4".
And he's 6'4", and then you had 15-year-old Jacob at the time trying to just
5'8" Jacob bullying a 6'5".
6'5" Nick. It did look hilarious. I think there's a picture somewhere.
There is. You'll find a picture.
Bullying Nick, and it just doesn't look right.
It's kind of joke. I could probably find that picture, to be honest.
That's fine. Put it on there. But no, Nick's top bloke. But we've also he filmed my showreel for what I've got online, and he also has filmed lots of other things. So, but your new film for your college,
my film, The Left.
Talk to me a bit about that. How did what do you have to go through at college to develop?
Well,
that?
It was our final project, and we had to go through a long process of picking a couple of options. We could either do music video, I think it was digital production, kind of basically promoting a festival, or a short film. And obviously me being into films, I was like, short film is 100% the go-to. And then we had to do a load of paperwork for that, for pre-production research and stuff like that. And then we moved on to basically coming up with our base design and stuff like that. And because I'm into the apocalyptic Walking Dead kind of style, the 100 kind of style, I was like, you know what, let's try and make it into an apocalyptic kind of short film. But I came up with a base idea, realised that base idea was too hard because I had loads of different actors I needed, loads of different characters with guns and stuff. Then I was like, hold on, I'm 17 and I need guns. This is going to work, isn't it? So basically I had to scrap that idea, and then I came up with the idea of only having that one character. Well, I had 3 characters in the end, because you featured in the very end of it. So it had 3 characters in it in the end, but 1 main character, because obviously I don't know 1,000 actors, so I had to reduce it down to 3. So I got 3 actors in, made the idea about someone coming down to Earth to basically see if it's safe, and then realising they're not alone, there's some sort of creature on there. So I kind of went with the kind of, Predator. Predator.
Of course,
I went off of that kind of style of the weird ticking noises it makes and stuff. But you don't actually see what the creature looks like. You got to imagine it, what it looks like.
Bird Box-like.
Very Bird Box-like. So it leaves the audience being like, what does it actually look like, and why is he so scared of it? So I just kind of went off with the mystery kind of style kind of thing to
really
it.
Good. So when you're writing these, when you're actually coming up with these ideas, how do you build the idea in your head? Does the script come first? Do you find yourself starting to write something and then it comes, or do you have the idea and know exactly what you're going to do, or is it sometimes you go, it takes you off in a different route sometimes?
It's a weird one. Well, it's a weird one for me because I use music for a kind of idea kind of generating thing, because I listen to loads of different movie soundtracks, sometimes the likes of Pirates of the Caribbean, Transformers is sometimes shoved in there, Inception is a good one, one of their main Inception soundtracks, very good film. So sometimes I'm sitting there, if I need an idea, headphones in, shove the movie soundtrack on, and then ideas just generate, because I kind of base some scenes off of how the music's going. So if I have an action music in my ears going on, and then I am picturing this fight scene going on,
right,
and then that's kind of a base idea for me, and then I kind of start obviously broadening out the idea out, and then I start writing little scripts, little base ideas off in scripts and that, and then what else do I do? And then it all just kind of just all nicely
It just
comes out. It just
snowballs, yeah.
It just nicely comes out onto paper, and it's just like it's good. But obviously, the likes of watching different TV shows, different films also helps because you get ideas from them and stuff like that. But it is just the fact of just sitting down, brainstorming, listening to music,
I couldn't agree
making
more.
notes, and then it all, as you said, it all just comes into that one big snowball, and then that's your like idea kind of thing. But it can change throughout, as mine did in my college project. It can change based on things you can do and cannot do. So it is just all a matter of just playing it by ear kind of thing.
It's being flexible and
Exactly.
being able to like allow yourself to go in a different
100%.
direction.
100%.
So like when you say you base a lot of it on different films you've
Yes.
watched and that kind of thing,
Mhm.
are there any directors or styles that you go to when you're trying to think of something on the spot?
It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. But Michael Bay is like Michael Bay.
Unbelievable director.
It's a weird one though because like obviously he's directed like the Transformers. I think Ninja Turtles he's directed and loads of other films. Like he was one of the first directors I kind of known and. Obviously, Transformers. I know it's a weird one again, but Transformers is up there in one of my favourite films.
Really?
It is. It's because it was like my childhood.
Right.
So
yeah.
like, whenever a Transformers film came onto the cinemas, I was like, I gotta watch it. Gotta go watch it. And like, I just liked how he kind of directed like all like the fight scenes in it and like all the action explosions and stuff like that. So I kind of like get my ideas off of him. Of like all like the fight scenes and action and stuff. But then I can't remember who the director is now. But the director the director and writer of The Walking Dead, I kind of get my ideas off of them as well, because obviously Walking Dead is an apocalyptic show and loads of characters get killed off every series.
Yeah. That's what I like about The Walking Dead actually, because there's no favourite characters that you're like,
No.
oh, they're gonna obviously be alive still.
Yeah.
They'll just kill anyone
They'll
off.
kill them off.
And you're literally sitting there going, what? No, you can't do that.
Exactly, because I was watching it and I got this. I think there was a character called Tyrese. I was like, I really love this character. I hope he stays in there. As soon as I said that, he dies. I'm just like,
No, spoilers alert if you haven't watched it.
spoilers alert. I mean, it's pretty old, so if you haven't seen it, but I was watching it. I was just like, oh, no, I've just got to like you. But yeah, I get my ideas off of him, of like killing characters off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's another. I can't remember his name now, which is really bugging me, but he's another one that I get like my inspiration off of and stuff like that.
See, for me, from my perspective, like I'm obviously an actor.
Yes.
So like I wanted to just be in front of the screen. And
Yeah.
like seeing actors and performances, that was my ambition, that was my drive.
Yes.
Like growing up watching David Tennant in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Like watching
Great.
him do that, like watching people like Hugh Jackman, Wolverine.
Oh yes.
Will Smith in just any film he's ever in, he's just
He's top
excels
quality.
as well. He's just brilliant. So like watching that makes me go, oh, I just want to go and do that even more now.
Exactly.
But what was the ticking point in your head that made you go, I don't want to be on the screen, I want to be behind the screen
Yeah.
and doing all that kind of work? What kind of made you want to get into that?
There was a lot of things played a part in that. Obviously, doing media studies in GCSE level kind of played a big part in that, because obviously we created our own terrible little short films. So yeah, we created those, and kind of getting used to being behind the camera, I was like, this is something I like doing. And then obviously when I helped out with Showdown behind the scenes,
Yeah, absolutely.
with Nathan, doing that I really like, because we kind of had like that banter of being behind the scenes and stuff like that, and just shoving props on set and just having a laugh kind of thing. And if something did go wrong, we just had a laugh at it.
Oh, you do that on stage,
Yeah,
mate?
it was quite funny. And then also doing Showdown as well as being someone on the stage.
Because you've done both parts.
I've done both. I've done behind the scenes and done on stage. And as much as I enjoyed being on stage, my talent is being behind, being the guy you don't see but you appreciate because he's done the job and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously being on stage has helped me show what I want to do, because part of me was like, I do like being behind the camera, but I do like being on stage. But after doing that on stage and getting the experience, I was like, no, being behind the scenes is my forte and stuff like that. So yeah.
So like we're gonna drop a clip in just now to talk about your college film The Left, because I wanted to talk a bit about how the process happened on that.
Yeah.
So we'll drop the clip in now.
Oh yeah, there's a monster. It might kill you. We ain't gonna tell you. Cheers, guys. Who's speaking?
So on obviously watching that,
Yeah.
you wrote the script,
Yeah.
you filmed it all,
Yeah.
you produced it,
Yeah.
you did all the sound,
Yeah.
and not only on top of that, you were in it as well.
What can I say? I'm just amazing.
Literally, it was just a Jacob King show, to be honest.
What
But
can I say?
How did you manage? Because obviously, when you're doing that as a project, you're having loads of different people doing their certain jobs. Was it difficult having to do everything yourself?
Ooh. Yes, very difficult. Very difficult. It was just basically me running around like a headless chicken, being like, "Have we got everything? Have we got everything?" But no, it was very hard, and I look back at it now, and I could say it could have been a lot better if I had other people helping me out.
Yeah.
Because obviously I had my mate Brandon helping out with sound, which he was a saviour for doing, because I could not be there with the camera boom mic being like, "All right, here we go." But yeah, it was a lot of work writing the script, producing it, editing it, filming it. But as I said again, it's experience in what kind of area you want to get into. Because obviously I want to get into the directing aspect of film and that.
Yeah.
So I kind of enjoyed having the kind of like control of kind of like, not everything, but most things, having the control of it, because you're doing it how you want it to be done.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes, I know having a massive crew is good in that, but obviously if they're doing the editing and they do it how you don't see it, you've got to basically tell them how you want it to be seen.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing it yourself, you can just be like, there we go, want that, bam, bam, bam. But it was a lot of hard work, stressful times, because that's a cool
also
you
had the fact that you were in it.
Yeah.
So how do you direct yourself, like, and also know like how to know what you're filming, also but putting yourself into it?
That was one of the hardest things, because obviously, again, I had my mate Brandon helping me, and because he was doing the camera work, but obviously it's not my vision he was doing it as, so it was really hard me being in front of camera and telling him what to do.
Yeah.
Because obviously I can't see what he's recording when I'm in front of the camera. So that was one of the hardest things, and obviously I didn't learn the lines, so we had to cut the scene every like 2 lines, 3 lines.
Oh no, yeah.
So I was there like, I forgot my line, check, alright, back at it.
Yeah.
But no, that was one of the hardest things, being on camera and trying to direct someone off camera. It was, that was the hardest scene to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously you've been into so many different things, you've got your fingers in so many different pies.
Yes.
But what's the long-term goal for you? Like, what is... Like, you're at university now studying film production, and we'll talk about that in just a second.
That's true.
But what is the long-term goal for you to make? Is it directing? Is it camera work? Is it script writing?
It is directing, that's the main goal. But like, my main aspiration is not to be worldwide famous or like being like the number one or something like that. My like main goal is to be, when someone watches my film and goes, that's my favourite film.
Yeah.
That's my main aim. When I hear that, I know I've made it.
Yeah, no,
I know I've made it.
Absolutely.
Because yes, some like directors are amazing and stuff like that, but I like it when someone like goes, that's my favourite film. Even if I haven't won an Oscar or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm
look
happy.
at Tom Cruise, probably one of the best actors in the world, never won an Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I just want that moment of someone saying, that was my favourite film. So like, being worldwide famous, yeah, it'd be great, but I wouldn't say no, but
famous enough to get on the Graham Norton show.
yeah. Once I'm on there, I'm like, Mum, I've made it. I've made it, Mum.
So you're at university now.
Yes.
And you're at Portsmouth.
Yes.
So why did you choose to go there? Like,
it was.
and do the subject that you'd chosen.
It was again another weird one. So basically, I had my mind set on Bournemouth Uni. But I went on a day trip with the family to Portsmouth. We went to the Spinnaker Tower and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when we were in the Spinnaker Tower, I was like, Mum, is there a uni here? And she was like, I think there must be. It's a city. There must be a uni here. So we had a look up and there was. And when I was walking around Portsmouth, I just kind of felt the vibe of, I can see myself living here.
That's the main thing, and I'd say this to anyone
100%.
applying for university. It's not necessarily the name. It's not necessarily the best number one place
Yeah,
to go.
100%.
It's where you walk in and you're like, yeah, I feel at home. Because I had the same with West
Exactly,
London.
yeah.
That was exactly the same as me with West London.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd say. But so with the course,
Yeah.
obviously you're there for 3 years, but you've got a placement.
Yeah,
year,
placement
haven't you?
year, that's
so
on the third, yeah.
What do you have to do in those years and exams and projects, etc.?
My course isn't exam based. There are a couple, but it's not a load of exams. Most of it is just the likes of coursework, practical work, and stuff like that. So first year we've just been learning the basics of an editing software and stuff like that, which on the record I absolutely hate. I hate this editing software we are using. I'm not going to say the name because I might get sued, but you know. So we're just doing the basics of like ins and outs of camera, ins and outs of sound, ins and outs of editing and stuff like that. And then second year we get to pick options, I think it is, where we can do some like underwater filming if we want to.
Oh mate,
or
that'd be
like
awesome.
height or like sky filming and stuff like that. So the second year is more sections you want to get into. Then obviously the third year I've got this placement year where I've got to find what I want to do, and then fourth year I think is a major project
Right.
where we do I think it's out the whole year. I could be wrong, so don't take me on this. But yeah, it's just this major project that will basically be shown in a cinema somewhere.
Oh wow, yeah.
I do not know where. They've told me multiple times, but I have forgotten. But yeah, it's just a mad wide range of stuff we've got to do throughout the whole 4 years I'm there, which is pretty decent to be fair.
That's so good, literally. I'm so excited for it. It sounds literally so good.
Love uni.
But obviously, you love uni. So the experience, like,
Ooh.
how's it been? Like, obviously, because I've been there and done
Yes.
it now. And the first term I always say is the weirdest term because it's so different because you leave the bubble of being at home.
Yes.
And not necessarily that your parents do everything for you, but
No.
you go away and you have to live and do what you'd be doing at college, school,
Exactly.
etc., or going to work. It's the same principle.
Yeah.
But also coming home and having to cook your own meals.
Yeah.
Wash and clean your clothes, do everything,
Yeah.
plus homework on top of that. How have you found the first term this year for you?
If I could sum it up in one word, it would be unpredictable because obviously you have to get used to living on your own,
Yeah.
buying your own food, cooking your own meals and stuff like that. And then also you've got the nightlife on this
Yeah,
other side of
absolutely.
it. So
Where's the best place to go out in Portsmouth?
Astoria. Prism is dog. Like it's terrible. It's terrible. But Astoria is like the student nightlife. Like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to experience nightlife as a student, you go Astoria.
Yeah.
Like number one for me. But yeah, that's why I say it's unpredictable because one minute you can be chilling in your room being like, I'm gonna have a quiet night in,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
get a message being like, Yo, Jacob, do you want to come prees? And you're like, yeah,
But that's
why
so
not?
true, 'cause
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
I remember in my freshers, I met my best mate Ollie.
Yeah.
But because I've been out so many nights in a row, and I was like, I've just got to have a night in. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I got into my pajamas, and I was literally in bed, just lying there, watched a film. And afterwards, I was like, I'm just gonna go downstairs to see what's happening. And if
Yeah.
there's no one I know down there, then I'll just go back up to bed. I've
Yeah.
not lost anything. And that night I went down. Ollie was literally out there talking to one of my mates, Kieran, who I'd met
Yeah.
at a freshers event and got to talking to. And now me and Ollie are like best mates.
Exactly.
And live together in second and third years. So that's what. I agree with that.
Sometimes you just gotta be like, screw it, let's just go out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because as you said, that's a prime example of if you don't do anything, you're not gonna get anything from it. Because like
Exactly.
obviously, if you sit in your room, you're not gonna get anything from sitting in your room.
No, exactly.
If you go out, you're pretty much gonna meet a new person.
Mm.
You make eye contact with someone in the club, and they're like, "Oh, you're right." It's like,
You never met these
yeah,
people before.
like who the hell's this geezer?
It's you to have Snapchats with literally drunk
Nah,
minds.
it is. It's jokes. It's very jokes. I do love being there.
How's it been being away from home?
First couple of weeks or first week or so, you feel that homesickness. You feel like, am I gonna survive?
But it's a new life, isn't it?
Exactly.
First time you got to fend for yourself.
You're like, am I gonna survive these 4 years? So obviously, yeah, I felt a bit homesick and stuff like that. But you get used to it. Obviously, you're living with, well, I'm living with 5 other people, and they're all in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
So they all can relate. So if you feel lonely, I could just pop into the kitchen, have a chit chat with Katie or something like that.
Yeah.
So having those people there in the same boat as you kind of helps you get through it. Because I feel like if I moved into a place where there was no other people and I was completely on my own, I probably would have cried about 5,000 times, being like, I'm lonely. But yeah, having those people there is the mould of sticking to it. Because they're like, as I said, in the same boat as you. They know what you're going through kind of thing. So
have you joined anything outside of uni life?
I had athletics. I did athletics to meet new people. I did that because I've stopped doing that now. I've done that for a few months now. Or no, 4 months I think it is. And then now I've got football trials coming up. So I'm going to be doing that, meet new people through that, have a good laugh, get some more lad friends. Those, typical lads that go on nuts, like, way. So yeah, I'm doing football trials for that. Hopefully get into a team. If not, it is what it is. But yeah, it is best to have that outside of uni, like doing sports or societies. Yeah. Because if you don't have much to do, you will end up sitting in your room. Yeah,
it's so true. And it's just a way, like I always say, you're there for a short amount of time. It's best to do it. Like in my time, I was part of the football team. Yeah. At University of West London, I did course reps. Exactly. I did lots of other things. Like I did the dance society in the last year. Just because there's no point sitting doing nothing because that's not benefiting you. It's like you've got to go out there and live your life and and that's how you meet new people. If I just gone to my course and just been mates with everyone on my course, I don't get contacts. And now I've got contacts from people like in all different aspects. Like one of my mates does sound, so if I ever needed a vocal voice reel, I could go to it. Yeah, exactly. And that's where you meet people. And exactly. Like one of my mates works in an airport now, so if I want a cheap holiday, I go cheap holiday. I go to him. But like, you're right, mate. Yeah, we need cheap holiday. All right, sorted. Honestly, that's the way it should be, and that for me is abundantly clear. But I think what you said there about everyone being the same boat, I think if you're watching this and you are feeling homesick, go and talk to someone, because everyone's feeling exactly the same. They're sort of going, boat. I thought I was the only one. We can relate. We can relate and that kind of thing. I want to talk to you about football. Yes. Obviously, a huge Brighton Hove Albion fan. Yes. Been to a few games in the past. Yeah. I think probably the most surreal moment for me was when we went to the Brighton Atletico Madrid game. Oh. And seeing Antoine Griezmann just like playing it in the Amex. In the Amex. Like alongside Steve Sidwell. But he scored, Steve Sidwell. Can you imagine? That like Griezmann and Sidwell, it just didn't make sense for that kind of thing. But jokes. 2 seasons now in the Premier League. Yes. Our third, yeah. Yeah, and you're in 3rd season now. Mm-hmm. What's it like being in the Premier League compared to being in the Championship? Like, I do miss the Championship days because obviously we were winning a lot more than we are now. But yeah, being in the Premier League's a nice feeling because you're up against the top dogs. You're up against the big boys like Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, that kind of stuff. So when I went, because you were with me in the Wigan match when we got promoted, obviously that was a massive feeling inside, being like, we've actually made it this time, because we've missed out. You missed out so many years before. We missed out by a couple of points and we came 3rd and got knocked out in the playoffs. But yeah, in the Premier League it is unpredictable, very unpredictable, because Man United have lost against Newcastle how many times, I don't know. And you've had Sheffield United up in top 9 now. 5, 5th or 6th, I think. They're getting Europa League next season. I mean, they might be 10th by the time we release this podcast, but at the moment they're doing well. But it is nice being in the Premier League and experience what Premier League football is like, because it's a different level. It's a different level. Also, Chris Hughton got you up. Yes, he did. He's gone now. He has gone. He was sacked at the end of the season. Second season he was in, yeah. Did you agree with that? Did you want it, or? I know there's multiple people that didn't agree with it, and I know a lot of people agreed with it. I was in the boat of agreeing with him going. It was the right time for him to go, because I feel like if we got relegated and he got sacked then, it would have been a massive disrespect to him. Because he did such a good job. Oh, he got us up. He was the manager that got us up. He changed, in my opinion, Brighton and Hove Albion. But I think it was the right time he went, because I did not want to see him go on a bad note. No. He went on a good note of keeping us up again. Yeah, just getting you through, yeah. But with Graham Potter, our new manager, I'm fully behind him. Because Chris Hughton is more of a defensive manager. He's you score one, now you park the bus. But sometimes that didn't work and we lost the lead and lost the game. Yeah. But
Graham Potter, what I like about him, he plays the youngsters. He gives it 100%. He's like, if you're losing 3-0, you still got all the attack.
Yeah, the football's so expansive and like so
Exactly.
So that's what I think he's done a fantastic job.
He's done a fantastic.
Graham Potter.
Graham Potter, yeah.
What's your target for this season? What would be a good season for Brighton? Because obviously not in the FA Cup anymore. Sad times. What's a good season for Brighton over Albion this season?
I would say mid-table, not bottom half relegation battle, because we've done that for now past 2 seasons, and we're kind of falling in that category again now.
Yeah.
But if we can finish around the 14th, 12th spot, I'd be happy with that, because we're not getting top 10 because there's so many more better teams than us getting those top 10 spots. Personally, I think we're too good to get relegated, but again, no one's too good to get relegated. Anyone get relegated, but personally, I think our squad is good to stay up. They're good to be in the Premier League still, because we've made decent signings and that. But yeah, 14th, 12th, 11th spot is where I think a good season for us would be.
I'd agree with that. Who's been your player of the season so far?
So far, Aaron Moy. Aaron Moy or Lewis Dunk has been my player of the season so far. Because Aaron Moy's on a season-long loan.
I think that'll be made permanent.
I hope it's made permanent. I'm on Facebook being like, come on, where's the permanent side? Now, Aaron Moy has been unbelievable for us. You can tell he's too good to be in the Championship.
Miles too good.
Yeah.
Really good player. Well, thank you, mate. Honestly, that was brilliant. Brilliant podcast. Really exciting.
Yeah.
We've got a lot planned, me and Jake, for this year for this podcast. I think we're going to, in the summer, when you come back from your first year, we're looking to link up together to create a film series.
Yeah.
Jacob's got the ideas for that, and I'll just be using my good looks on the screen. But no, Jacob, you've been an absolute pleasure.
It's been good.
It's been really, really good, and lots of things to look forward to. First episode of DF's podcast is official. We're there. We're going, and I will see you in 10 days' time for the next podcast. Thank you very much, guys.
In a bit.